Hi everybody, Dr. Sally J. Randall here, and I'm going to share another strategy from my book, More Energy, More You, from the Physical Nourishes section called Sleeping Softly. Sleep's so important to everything we do, isn't it? We spend 1/3 of our lives sleeping, so we want to make sure that it's really good sleep and we're getting the benefits of sleep. Arianna Huffington, she's the founder of the Huffington Post, and she has sleep as her keystone habit. It's one of those things she doesn't negotiate on, because when she was first founding her company, she fell over in the night one night because she was totally sleep deprived and she really hurt herself. And she decided the one thing that was going to change in her life was getting sufficient sleep. So it's 9 hours for her every night. And her view is that a good day starts the night before. What I've been noticing, and the reason why I'm sharing this strategy today, is that we're not maybe sleeping as well as we were, given what's going on in our environment, the level of uncertainty and the changes that are happening. And I wanted to share some strategies today that can help you get back into your natural rhythm. And also it's really useful for handling, restlessness, because if we don't get sufficient sleep, it can make us feel really irritable and out of sorts because we're actually off our natural rhythm. Sleep has just profound benefits, and one of the people that I follow is Professor Matt Walker. He's kind of cool. He's the professor of psychology and neuroscience at Berkeley University, California. He's also the director of the Global Sleep Sciences Center. So sleep is seriously his thing. And a couple of areas of his research which are really great and really good to know, because it kind of puts in place why this matters so much and why we can't fudge our sleep. It just doesn't work for us. First thing is that we all need about 7 to 8 hours sleep. This is really important for allowing the body to do its restoring and its healing and all the things it needs to do to keep us cognitively really alert and also physically well and keep our hormones in balance. Less than 4 hours sleep drops our immune function by 70%. 70%. Isn't that huge? And sleep is not one of those things we can treat like a bank. You go, well, I only got 6 hours sleep tonight and I'm going to sleep extra on the weekend. It doesn't work like that. The brain consistently needs us to sleep really well. The second thing from the research is that we have this super processor on the top of our head called the prefrontal cortex. Absolutely essential for our decision making, our prioritizing. It helps regulate our emotions. When we don't get enough sleep, it drops in its ability to do those things. So we can get the kind of brain fog. We might find we're not managing our emotions as much. We're a bit snappy and irritable and moody and just out of sorts. That's a sign that we're just not getting enough sleep. The third area, and this so got my attention, is that when we don't get enough sleep, the deeper parts of the brain switch on even stronger, and the brain starts to go, give me sugar, give me sugar, give me complex carbs. And we're actually being driven by our biology to eat this fuel because the brain needs it to actually function because it's not getting sufficient sleep. So, as we sit and eat our chockies and our chips and whatever is happening in this current environment, we kind of get that spread that's not so useful. What we really need is more sleep. Okay, so what can we do about that? What are some strategies? First thing, how we live our days. Dr. Adam Fraser is fantastic in this space. I love his work, and he's got a book called The Third Space. And what he's saying is what's really important as we go from one space to the next, we're in the transition space is called the third space, and we need to replenish and restore and recover. So say we're working from home, like most of us are doing, work all day and then go straight into family. There's no space in between. So what Adam would be saying is, how do we transition from one thing we're doing to the next and take those micro pauses and those micro breaks during the day? So it's not so much, how we live our nights, it's how we live our days. And just watching, how often are you having a break? How often are you having your recovery? Now, the nights are important. And one of the things that I've been doing is I use a sleep cycle app and I monitor my sleep. And what I've found is when I don't wear these super cool glasses called Swannies, when the sun goes down, my sleep gets affected. I can see that I don't drop into deep sleep so quickly. Now, why is that? These glasses, whether it's the Swannies, Swanwicks, or whether it's the blue blocker glasses, they take the blue light out. Now we want blue light in the day. We don't want it at night. Blue light kind of keeps us alert and sparks us up. But at night, what it does is it suppresses melatonin, which is the beautiful sleep hormone that we need to be in our natural rhythm. So I would say get yourself a pair of Swannies or some other orange filtered glasses that are designed to take the blue light out. If you can, switch off your devices 2 hours before you go to sleep. The next thing would be diet. So how are you eating, everybody? How's that going? What are you noticing you're putting in your mouth at night? And when are you eating? Ideally, it's not too heavy, that you give sufficient time before when you finish your meal and when you go to sleep so your body's not digesting as you're trying to sleep. Protein at night, enough complex carbs, really watch your sugar, watch your caffeine at night, and alcohol as well. And I can see from the stats, the alcohol stats, is that consumption is actually going up during this period. So just in terms of watching that as well. I'm not a medical doctor. I have a deep interest in this whole area of well-being. And so I follow the experts. And one of the things that we know is really good to help with muscle relaxation and the body's capacity to relax and restore is magnesium. We take it at night, or you have a magnesium bath. Really, really good for helping because it's a master mineral in the body. The other thing I would say is pay attention to how you're feeling. How's your day been? Have you been carrying a lot of stress? Are you expecting your body to go into deep sleep when you've been running high cortisol during the day? If you're someone that uses mindfulness, I'd say, yay, keep doing it. If you haven't tried it, Smiling Mind is a free app, and on there is a sleeping gratitude mindfulness exercise that you might want to try at night. Pizizz, P-Z-I-Z-Z, or as my American friends say, P-Z-I-Z-Z, is also a sleep app, and you can track your sleeping and your napping. So I would start using the cycle, start using some of these apps to really, really support you. And the last thing is, hey, violent movies before you go to sleep. Like, just watch how stimulating the stuff you're watching is, because it activates cortisol, puts your body into a state of high alert. And you might want to watch something a bit more relaxing and a bit more chilled. And as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing quite good as getting into bed with a really good book and snuggling in, yay, for a good night's sleep. So I hope this is really helping you all. There's some fabulous ways that we can take care of our natural cycles a bit more. We can't fudge on sleep. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So take care of you and your gorgeous energy. Lots of love to you and your family. Stay well, be well, sleep well. Thanks, everyone.